Welcome to the Everyman Sports podcast, the show for fans, by fans. No former pros, no so-called experts, just real passionate fans. From outside on a porch to inside a living room, in the parking lot of a stadium to the dining room table, friends and families chat about their teams, their games, and what makes them cheer. This is Everyman Sports.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Everyman Sports. My name is Chad. I'm the owner-operator of this podcast. Our number is 626-427-7678. That's 626-427-7678, and you can find us across social media at Everyman Sports. This is a very special episode of Everyman Sports. This is it's canon, it's chronological, but we're actually, on this episode, this is a Bowl Swag edition. I'm joined by my wife, Lee. How are you, Lee?
I'm doing great.
That's wonderful. So every year when the college football bowl season happens, the swag list comes out. So because of all these bowls, and we'll get to the names of them, are sponsored by some rather interesting names and companies, they treat as one of the enticements, because aside from the big named bowls, the Peach Bowl, Rolls, Peach, the Fiesta Bowl, Orange Bowl. Aside from those that have a greater lineage than others, the other ones just send out invitations, and as one of the things to kind of draw them in is, the sponsorship and these swag, these gifts that are given to the participants.
Right. We can't pay you, but we'll give you good stuff.
And it's really interesting in this, when everything is very questionable in terms of eligibility and what you can get away with. Like the example was given a couple years ago, you can give a student athlete a bagel, but you cannot give them cream cheese. The cream cheese then would send it over the top. And in an era when so many schools are being caught for violations and have to vacate wins, which is just the most ridiculous thing. To point, there's a game between USC and Penn State that were both had to be vacated. So it's a game that
doesn't exist.
Yes, but everybody who watched it, there is film of it, but according to books, it never happened, never occurred, and all of that. So when these lists come out, we're always very fascinated by what is offered to the players.
And to be fair, this is probably my only interest in college football. It's just not something I ever really got into. I have relatives that love college football.
Well, you also have relatives that went to big-name schools.
And friends that went to big-name schools. As a Rutgers grad, I don't have high hopes for our football team.
No.
I went to 2 football games, and that was because that's where dinner was that night.
Well, yes, and that was the pre-Schiano era, so that was when they were still bad. So, yeah.
Yes, pre-Big Ten also.
Oh, yeah, big time. So, with these bowl, there's a common phrase with all of them, which is gift suite. So, the gift suite is where there's a giant room, probably at a local hotel, near where the bowl is, and it's just chock full of stuff. Now, ahead of time, all the players and people on the teams are given a list of everything in the room. And so it's basically like a personal shopper type thing. You go in, you check off what you want, and then you go in, you look at it, collect it, and then you can go. And so it has to stay at or below a certain value.
So I guess to have people who add it up, making sure that, well, you've got something at this level,
yes.
Now you need something at a lower level.
Now, the gift suite can just be full of stuff, watches, headphones, electronics, anything. And these are the things that are chosen. So when we say gift suite, just think of a giant room full of stuff that people can choose from, like there's some sort of literal kid in a candy store. And then they're also given specific things. So let's start off chronologically. We had the now this is recorded after the first set of bowl games had occurred. So we have the Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Gildan is a clothing company.
Yeah.
So they have a gift suite. So again, they can go in and choose that. And here are the rest of the things that they are given no matter what they choose. Oakley sunglasses, Oakley 5-speed backpack, a lit tumbler.
That tumbler has got to be lit.
It has to be lit. A beanie, which I can only assume has...
It's Gildan on it.
Yeah, it has Gildan on it. Gildan Stadium blanket, a cap, it doesn't say, and then a fidget spinner. So it's already dating itself.
Yeah, I haven't seen a fidget spinner in the classroom yet this year.
Right. But that's also a large amount of stuff that probably fits in the backpack, too.
I'm sure it's a stacked backpack, although I'm not sure what they mean by a 5-speed backpack. I mean, does it go in reverse?
I can only assume what they put on it. I'm sure it's like aerodynamic or something. You can run with it. So the Bad Boy Mowers.
Whoa.
Gasparilla Bowl. What is Gasparilla? I know what sarsaparilla is. That's root beer, but I've never heard of Gasparilla.
I think it might be if you have a bad quesadilla.
I guess so. So the Bad Boy Mowers. Apparently, let's see. It is a festival in Tampa, which it's a Gasparilla Pirate Festival, which is probably because it does take place in Tampa. So
yeah.
It's like naming it, like a bowl in New Orleans, like the Mardi Gras.
I feel like Bad Boy Mowers. I just have visions of, like Hell's Angels on a lawnmower.
Probably.
Yeah.
So gift suite, Oakley backpack, and neck pillow. So look, a New Mexico Bowl, you might want some people, like, what are you going to entice to come out to New Mexico for a bowl game? Whereas if you go down to Tampa, well, you can have fun there. Same thing with the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Again, you're in New Orleans. That's a big one. Gift suite and a Fossil watch. You come for the activity, for the nightlife for the New Orleans. Right. You're in college, and here's, that's not Mardi Gras, but you've got a French Street and French Quarter, and then here's a watch. So, Auto Nation Cure Bowl. So the Auto Nation Cure Bowl, I think I want to say that one's a little bit more out west. I could be wrong. Watch, just a watch, a backpack, warm-up suit, pants, and jacket.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that a 3-piece suit for a warm-up?
I hope it's a tearaway, too. And the dry fit shirt, long sleeve shirt.
Okay.
A dry fit shirt, long sleeve shirt. Okay. And a hat. So, again, I think it's a little bit more, it's in a nice area. The Bahamas Bowl. Now, here's one where you get the you get the surroundings, but they also give you stuff.
Right.
So you're going to the Bahamas. I mean, come on, the Caribbean this time of year. Gift suite, Oakley sunglasses, which will help you there,
right.
And an Under Armour backpack and a beanie. That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Again, Las Vegas Bowl. You're going to Las Vegas. Gift suite, Oakley backpack and tag. I guess I don't know. For the plane, a hat, Rock'em socks. I don't know.
I think that might be a brand.
And a beanie.
I wonder, so, they get a tag, like, when we win trivia games on cruise ships. Luggage tags. All
right, help me with this.
Cherubundi Tart Cherry Boca Raton Bowl.
So, the Boca Raton Bowl, sponsored by Cherubundi Tart Cherry? I guess, like, maraschino? What are we talking about?
I don't know. I'll have to look that brand up.
Now, this is an online gift suite. So it's not a giant room, and they probably
just on a website, and you can order.
Right, like you were to because I've heard like people who get bonuses from their work, or they get like longevity
or credit card points. You'll have like you can order these items from this website. So
absolutely,
probably something very similar.
And a quote assortment of bowl branded items. So you will have a Boca Raton hat, a Boca Raton T-shirt, a Boca Raton Bowl.
Duffel bag or backpack,
right.
Yeah.
Right. The Dollar General Bowl. And they did not skimp.
No, I was always going to say they did not shop at the Dollar General for these items.
These are items you will definitely not find in any Dollar General.
Shouldn't.
An Amazon Echo, a Maui Jim sunglasses, Timely Watch Company watch, and a Wilson football. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
I mean, first of all, the
good.
Echo, that's nice. And then I don't know where that bowl is. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Now, with the oh boy, that's a tough one. Armed Forces Bowl. I happen to know that they always invite at least one of the military colleges. Air Force, Army, Navy. Those usually get, at least one of them will represent there.
Right.
So
that would make sense, being that it is the Armed Forces Bowl.
Yes. So they just have a gift suite because, there's only, I don't know.
I don't think they really wanted to walk that line of.
I don't even want to go. So
yeah.
So famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
As opposed to the infamous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Well, it is in Boise.
It is.
Gift suite, Oakley sunglasses, Under Armour backpack, and a beanie. Mm-hmm. Okay. Birmingham Bowl. So you go down to Alabama, you get a gift suite, Oakley sunglasses, beanie, and a big game football. No Wilson. Big game football. Big game football.
Yeah.
Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl. Whew. Gift suite, watch, Ogio backpack, and a beanie.
The watch is probably an Ogio watch too.
I would assume so, but it's not specifically said. Right. Here we go. Now here's another one. You're going just like the Bahama Bowl. This is a location specific bowl, the Hawaii Bowl. You're going to Hawaii. This is great. An electronics gift suite. So that means that the gift suite is probably just electronics. So you're probably getting a lot of stuff that college kids need.
Echoes, Chromecast,
or even just cords, like plugs.
Cords.
Apple,
Could be some computers.
Some computers, maybe.
Chromebooks.
Maybe you might even get some for anybody who's really interested in make your own, or the homemade computer, basically stuff like that. I would think.
Probably not.
No, but the little pieces, here's extra memory, or there might be iPads, there might be stuff like that.
I think it's more put together, shiny electronics.
So you get an electronics gift suite, Oakley backpack and sunglasses,
Need that.
Tory Richard Aloha shirt, a beach towel, Pro Athletic surf trunks, and a performance T-shirt. I think that's a pretty good.
They want you to look stylish on the beach.
Right, and also I went to Hawaii and look at all this really cool stuff. Hey, you look like you went to Hawaii. Raycom Media
Camilla
Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Camilla Bowl.
Like the chicken and the Muppets.
Oh,
Camilla.
Bah.
Yeah.
Gift suite, Fossil watch, beanie, Ogio duffel bag. Now that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And a big game autograph football, which probably means it's autographed by other members.
Yeah.
Of I don't know if it's specific players. I don't know about that. The DXL Frisco Bowl, which I can only assume is in San Francisco. All right, pretty good. Just a gift suite. Again, you're going to California. That might be other team.
Right.
A school in maybe if I look that up real quick. So next we have the Foster Farms Bowl. Now this one I like. Could you read that one off?
Okay, it is a Fossil watch.
Mm-hmm.
A Sony XB950N1 extra bass noise canceling headphones.
That's nice.
Yeah. Timbuktu backpack, a coin. We assume it's some sort of commemorative.
Yeah, it's
coin.
You went to
it's
here.
It's not a quarter. A $25 Apple iTunes gift card.
I really like that.
Yeah.
All right, so the Frisco Bowl is in Texas. This year it's Louisiana Tech versus SMU. So SMU is a local for that. So I just wanted they just got a gift suite.
So it is not San Francisco.
So the Foster Farms Bowl, that sounds really good. So the watch, the headphones, the backpack, the coin's all right. But then the Apple gift
card. Yeah. Well, you can then, listen to some music on the way back with your new noise canceling headphones.
That's really good. Belk Bowl.
Always the Belk Bowl.
I know that's in North Carolina, because I know that's where they're a shopping trip to Belk department store, and I know that's specifically somewhere in North Carolina, probably their flagship
store. They go to Belk, which Belk is a southern chain.
Yeah, it's a southern chain. It's a southern Target almost, or Sears or something along those lines. So a shopping trip to Belk department store and Fossil watch. Now, one thing you also have to understand with a lot of these is it isn't just hey, we're giving you all this stuff. A lot of the players actually use them as holiday gifts.
Right.
Because you're a college athlete, you really have to be careful with what money you can take.
Right.
So here's basically gifts. Take what you want, maybe either for yourself or you give to your family